Welcome everyone to tonight's show. I'm your sexy talk, Fembot, co-host, Aya. And we are live from CH1 Studios in beautiful, New Night City. It's the After Hours with OG. On tonight's show, we have special guest. It's that sweet cutie with those ice cream boobies, pistol packin', no wall hacking, merc that moans. CrazyGamesWench. It's your swaggerlicious, ragealicious, fish snack delicious Valorant vixen with a vendetta, Stephazoid. On tonight's show, our special guests will be talking about their streaming careers and what makes them love bringing the creative content that keeps bringing us back to the stream. Also, today's topic is the life of a female streamer. A discussion on what it's like being a female streamer in today's content creating landscape. Also get prepared to join along in chat and play What Would OG Do? And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss the next show. Or I will hijack Alexa and haunt you in your sleep. Just kidding. Now put your hands together for the host of the After Hours, my delicious organic meat popsicle, OG.
Hey, welcome everyone to the After Hours show with your boy OG. Tonight we have a wonderful show lined up for you guys. We got some beautiful guests for you guys today. We have our girl, CrazyGamesWench, in the house tonight with us. Yes. And not to mention her dynamic duo partner there that they have going on there, Stephazoid. So it's going to be a wonderful show for you guys tonight, and I can't wait for you guys to get to know these two. All right? But as always, before we start the show, you know OG has to clown. And something ran across my desk today, and I had to go ahead and show this off to everyone because it is probably one of the most ridiculous, low-down, redneck, trailer park type of shit that I've ever seen in my life. Or it is the exact opposite. It is probably one of the most genius things I've ever seen in my life. So we're going to go ahead and cut into this real quick, and then I'm going to get your guys' thoughts on this because OG obviously has his own thoughts about this.
It's not every day you see a U-Haul truck hauling another SUV like this, with only one strap securing it. This was 4 hours east of Seattle.
And that's kind of the things we look at. We as troopers and all police, like, should this be driving around? Is it safe? If you look at the photos, it's hazardous. I mean, there's no bones about it, no matter how many comments I get on social media saying, well, it's not that bad.
Let's pause this, everyone. Let's go back and take a look at this. I mean, guys. Guys, now I know a couple of people from Washington. This is how you guys are doing things up in Washington, right? I mean, honestly, let's take a look at the guy here. You guys can't see this guy. It looks like he's cut off, but this guy is definitely, one for the record books. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to continue because it not only did this man stuff an SUV into the back of a little U-Haul, not like a big U-Haul. He did this in the back of a little U-Haul. Listen to what he had going on with him.
It is pretty bad. It's not a good thing.
Officers pulled the driver over and looked into his situation.
Well, the driver's license revealed that the driver was suspended. Also, the driver also had a warrant for a previous suspension and decided not to show up for court.
Not only
Now the guy not only did, did he stuff an SUV into the back of the U-Haul, but his license was suspended, and he had a warrant for having his license suspended. Like, talk about the balls on this guy to do one of the most illegal things you have ever seen in your life, and then drive around just dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense, guys? No, it does not. But the crazy thing about this is, this just goes to show that it doesn't matter, guys. It does not matter.
Dead or alive,
In this
you are
world,
coming with me.
in this world, the key thing about the human race is ingenuity. And this guy had the brains and the balls to drive his vehicle somewhere else. Oh, and did I also forget? I forgot to tell you what this other guy...
The driver also had a warrant for a previous suspension and decided not to show up for court.
Not only that, the rented U-Haul was overdue.
And U-Haul was upset, to put it mildly, that their vehicle hadn't been returned in quite a while. I don't know what the number of days were. And that day, the manager told our trooper that they were actually going to list the vehicle as stolen because it hadn't been returned.
Trooper Brian.
So not only did this guy drive around with a suspended license and a warrant for his arrest, he was literally driving a stolen vehicle. So this guy just takes the cake. And so for the dumbest smart guy award of 2022, it goes to this guy. So take notes, people. If you need to move a vehicle from place to place and you just don't know how to do it, don't want to pay for a tow truck, $19.99 in a U-Haul will get it there. Yes. Thank you guys so much for that. Thank you so much for that. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the show here. And we're going to bring to the show a really great person. Now, she is one of the halves of the two ladies that I watch the most that play FPS shooter games. And CrazyGamesWench is a wonderful person. We like to call her Wench. She's a wonderful person, plays a lot of games, involved with the community, CH1 over here. And just an all-around fun person to hang out with. So let's get to know her. Everybody welcome her to the show. Wench, darling, how are you today? Hold on, let's get you going here. So Wench.
Yes.
How are you today?
I'm good.
I'm good.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So everybody, this is Wench. We are welcoming her to the show. This is her first time here on the After Hours. And, just a little bit about what I know about her is that, if you're looking for anyone that has probably one of the most bubbly, snorty laughs, this is definitely the person. She's a ball of fun to watch, and I totally dig it. So, Wench, let's get into it. So, what is it that hooked you onto streaming and got you wanting to start streaming for these wonderful people out here?
I was playing PUBG with quite a few friends who almost all were streaming, and a lot of them pushed me towards streaming. And so I tried it. I enjoyed it, and I've been doing it ever since.
Okay, all right. And is it something is FPS just kind of your avenue? That's kind of like where you like to take gaming and everything?
For the most part, I think FPS is mostly what I've played. I have done games like Dead by Daylight, Deceit, and stuff like that. But yeah, for the most part, I would say FPS is the main thing that I have done and streamed.
Okay. Have you ever thought of like maybe tournament, like something like that, like getting into that kind of stuff?
I did do tournaments in Ring of Elysium.
Okay.
There for uh I was also towards the end of Ring of Elysium dying too. So, but yeah, I did do that. With PUBG, I had started getting into it a bit before I'd quit playing it,
And
but
PUBG, that used to be my game. I used to love PUBG, man. I'll never forget my first winner chicken dinner. And
I won't either.
yeah, I actually recorded mine. And I suck at FPS, so for me to win that day, whoever lost to me, you suck ass. Because there's no way that I should have beat you. But
Yeah, I didn't have mine recorded. I was playing with a friend who had been playing since alpha.
right.
Um, and he was trying to show me different things and stuff like that. I think PUBG was actually my first FPS game, if
Oh,
I
okay.
remember correctly. And
Right.
so he was showing me different things and stuff like that. And like we had landed middle of the circle, and the circle just kept closing on us. So we hadn't seen a soul
Wow.
because we were out in the middle of nowhere, and we were up in one of the little Harry Potter towers, as my group used to call them, up in the top, just sitting there chilling because we hadn't really seen anybody, we hadn't heard anything, and like he was just talking to me, teaching me about different guns and stuff like that, and I got one kill and ended up winning us the game,
Oh,
and it
wow.
was the only person we saw the entire match.
Yeah, PUBG is like that sometimes, though, isn't it? Like you'll go like a whole match and not run into anyone, and then until the very end. And
Yeah.
I no, I think I killed a few people at the before I got my first that chicken dinner that day. Maybe like 5 kills that day, but still it was very very low. And I don't get much kills, but man, I really want to get back into PUBG. I don't know how is it nowadays. Is it cool, or is it? A lot of people kind of knock on it because it went that whole battle pass route. Uh,
Yeah.
how do you feel? How did you feel about that?
I didn't mind it. I wasn't really playing PUBG then anymore.
Okay.
I've tried to play a few times since I had quit playing. Um, can't really play it much anymore. Been dealing with headaches and stuff every time I try to play,
Oh
so
man. And so
yeah.
Valorant's kind of what you graduated to.
Yeah, so I went from PUBG to playing random games like Deceit, and I got started on a bit of DVD and stuff like that. Then I started playing Ring of Elysium. Um and then I played a bit of variety games and stuff again, and then I got hooked onto Valorant. And Valorant's been the main thing that I've played for a while now.
Okay. And I watch Valorant, I watch the girls play that, and I'm gonna be honest with you. The game is kind of challenging. Like you have abilities, obviously,
Mhm.
right? And then just the way that you should. The maps seem. First of all, the maps seem a little small to me, and very, very kind of tight, close quartered, and it seems like you guys have mastered these maps so well now that you kind of know where people and how they move and how you're going to move within the map, and you have
Uh,
to kind of cover yourselves.
I have to I have to a degree. I'm not very well at always deciphering on how they're gonna play and stuff like that.
Right.
Um, Steph's way better at that than I am, to be frank. But yeah, playing it as often as we do and stuff, you kind of learn to predict their movement and stuff like that on where
Hmm.
they may be going, how they may be moving and stuff like that.
Right.
But
Right.
I'm still working on that.
Yeah, I watched you guys
I just
yesterday. You guys were having a lot of fun. It looked like you guys had
Yeah.
like some like custom match going on.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah,
were
we did for a
just
bit.
yeah. That looked a lot. That looked like it was a lot of fun. You guys had a lot of
It
fun.
it was. It was a blast running around, and I do enjoy doing custom matches and stuff from time to time, especially we can get our team's skill level base, or kind of equal on both sides. Because our group, we've got the bronze is like me, and then we've got the people who are in gold like Steph, who should be in a higher bracket, but she plays with us plebs, so she gets kind of stuck down there with us. But
Ouch.
no, it's a lot of fun, and going against people that you know, and you know how they play and stuff. It makes you think, I need to maybe I should be playing this different. How can I play this different and stuff like that? And you can come up with new ways to hold a site or hold an angle and stuff like that. And it does help. And I do enjoy playing against, people who are better than I am and stuff, because while yes, it may be frustrating and aggravating that I'm dying constantly and stuff like that, I'm going to get better eventually if I keep doing it.
Right. And so, and that's kind of the key, right? And now, I guess that leads us into our next question, like any current goals. So, do you have any kind of goals, like maybe like something? Is there Valorant tournaments? Is that like some kind of goal that you may want to achieve or something?
There are Valorant tournaments. I don't think that's something that is for me necessarily. Maybe later on down the road, I might be more interested into it. Now, if it's something for like just like a fun community tournament thing or whatever, I'd be down for that,
Right.
But as for the tournaments that we have, or that the Valorant community has and stuff like that, I don't think that's going to be one in my future. At least right now, I don't think it will be. Not something I'm really pushing myself for.
Right.
No, don't get me wrong. I do want to get better at the game. I do want to push myself to where I'm in silver or gold, get my ranking up there, a bit, but I'm also just down to have fun and clown around too.
That's right. Right. So it's more about just the camaraderie and having fun with people in the game right now. Okay.
Yeah.
I can respect that. So are there any projects on or anything that you have coming up? Is there, or is it just continuous streaming for right now?
For right now, just continuous streaming. I don't really have any projects per se that I'm really working on or thinking about doing at the moment. I have been trying to think of, different ways to better my stream and stuff like that.
Right.
But that's almost a constant thing with most people too. So
it is. It always is. It's never ending. It's definitely a full-time job, right?
Oh yeah. It's my day is kids, and then it's I tell my kids, it's like, hey, mom, I'm going to work. I'm gonna go stream.
Right. Yes,
but
it's definitely.
But it's one of those things that you love to do, and you have fun doing it. So, I get to enjoy the day with the kids, and then I get to come hang out with friends and play games and talk to people and meet new people, and it's wonderful.
Right, in the famous words of Will Ferrell in The Wedding Crasher, just living the dream, man. Just living the dream, right? Well, just with that, in your streaming career, how long have you actually been streaming? Can I ask, when did you start?
Been streaming since let me double check here, make sure I'm right. November 12th of 2016.
Oh wow. That's awesome. So you've been doing it for quite a while. So is there anything very outish, like very memorable to you about in that that's what, 6 that's 6 years? Yes, 6 years. Yeah, I'm not that good at math, but
neither am I. It's okay.
Like 2016. Yeah, okay, yeah. So it's like 6 years, right? So is there, like, what would be one of your most memorable moments of that?
I think there'd have to be a few. Like when I went out to PAX East one year, I got to meet some of the people I was playing PUBG with. I did a little tournament with a friend of mine there, and he'll tell you to this day that I carried him through it. I didn't, but we won one part of the tournament. Um, and then getting to go out and meet staff and
Aw.
emo and all of them, and then getting to meet some of my other friends from another group this past October as well. Being able to meet new people, especially in person, and having it be just like it is when we're on stream and stuff, or we're sitting in Discord just talking and stuff. Actually,
Right.
having that in person and stuff, it's wonderful. And I live for it. I love it. I love getting to meet new people and stuff like that. Even though I'm a very anxious and nervous person, I enjoy it.
But it seems like it helps, though, right? Kind of brings you out of your shell, and
It does. It
Yeah.
it really does. I'm a people person on here, and I always try to be friendly when I go out. I just typically don't like people, but
right.
I'm more of a recluse and stuff. I feel like if I walk out the door, I'm just dealing with a bunch of nonsense that I don't want to deal with, and but I get online and I get to meet all kinds of people. Yeah, you get your toxic people online and stuff like that.
I'm kind of finding that out, though. I'm kind of finding out that
Mhm.
most streamers are actually, as personable as we are on stream, we're really recluse in real life, right? It's
Yeah.
like, we
Yeah.
it's turning out to be something like that, which is kind of odd, but but anyways, is there anything that you'd like to let chat know, or
I don't know. If
I
you're
don't
not
know.
already following this wonderful person, you should do it.
You should do it. All of her links and everything
No.
are down below.
Him, not me. Him.
Oh, who? Me?
Yeah,
oh,
you.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. I love it. Thank you so much. That is wonderful. That was precious, and I appreciate that. But this is about you guys today. This is about you guys. You know what I'm saying? And definitely, guys, go down, check out her stuff, give her a follow. If you guys have any comments for her, go ahead, leave them down in the comments below. I'm pretty sure she'll check back soon on that and stuff like that. But I'd love to have you guys you back again at some point. But everyone, I want you guys to give her a big round of applause. Crazy Games Wench, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming to the show.
Thank you, man. Of course.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Now, this next person, if that was the lighter side of the dynamic duo, this is definitely the rager side of the dynamic duo. And with that being said, we are going to welcome Stephazoid, the wonderful Stephazoid, to the show. How you doing?
Hello, I'm doing okay. How you doing?
I am awesome, super awesome. How you doing? Okay. Well, just like your counterpart there. Just a little guys, just a little bit of a backstory on her. Like, I had always been following her for a while. It was really weird. Like, I think we were both following each other, but we just never talked to each other. It was really weird, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so me and Steph have claimed ourselves as secret BFFs because we've secretly been following each other but never talked to each other, right? So anyways,
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming to the show today, Steph. You are an awesome, awesome streamer to watch. I love when I come in there and I'm going to tell you straight up. Girl, you intimidate me. Like, I could not.
No.
I'm going to be real with you. I couldn't.
No.
I'd be afraid to play on one of your squads. Because
I'm good. I'm good until I think that you should know better,
right.
and then I'm not so good.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Like, if you know what you're supposed to be doing, but you're fucking up, yeah. Okay, that's fair.
That's really it. That's the only time I really start to rage.
But
Usually.
I will tell you this. When I see it, I think it's awesome. I just like, because it's not like a toxic rage. That's the thing. And I want everybody to be clear about this. When she rages, it's not like this toxic rage. Like, I remember one time watching Dead King, and Dead King was playing a game, and some guy started raging out on him and just said all the nastiest things that you could ever say to a person, right? And it shocked me, it shocked Dead King, it shocked a lot of people, right? But that's not Steph's rage, okay? Hers is more like a very like strict principled disciplinarian, right? like you know better type of, right? You know, so I like that, and that's really cool. But with that being said, you know, Steph, tell us your story. Like, what got you into your rager moments of streaming?
Oh, I mean, the ragey moments kind of just exist in general.
Right.
I'm overly competitive to a fault. Uh, so I take everything far more seriously than I need to. And a lot of the times it stems from me just being mad at myself and not being able to get something. So I'm already yelling at myself in my head, but if you did something to add to that entire thing, that adds to the rest of the rage, and I'm gonna
Right.
yell at you for being stupid.
Okay. Well, obviously that's not all you. You're just not all about raging, and obviously there's some kind of love that got you into streaming, and why you turn the camera on every day, why you get on and push that stream go live button. You know, what got your start? What kind of like pushed you to this? I don't know. Is this a career? Obviously, it's a career. It's a job. It's something
Yeah.
you do.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, I guess to some degree, right? You want it to be a career in some way or another. I had talked about streaming for years before I actually started streaming. We joked about doing streams, we joked about doing all sorts of stuff, VODs, YouTube, something or other, because I had done conventions, I had done other things that and played video games for so long and like was
Right.
interested in esports and followed esports that I wanted to be like some of the people that I saw on the screen for esports. So like there were some big names who hosted or casted or commentated in esports that made me want to do things in front of the camera because a lot of my background was behind the camera.
Mm.
So when we moved from California to Washington, I kind of just said, fuck it, I'm not doing a normal stream. So here we are doing or I'm not doing a normal job anymore. So we're gonna stream while I'm here because we have the means and the ability for me to do so, and that's what we did.
Oh wow.
So I'm streaming all the time.
Nice. Yeah, you guys are. You guys put in work, and that's obviously dedication, and it shows. It definitely shows. You girls get a good number of views. I mean, you guys got some nice followers. I think you guys are creeping up on that 1K mark, which I feel is a milestone.
Yeah.
I could only hope to get there one day, but you guys,
Well.
you're obviously putting in the work. So, I mean, is that kind of, so is it because of Valorant? Like, is Valorant, would you say that's kind of your thing now? And did that launch you, you know, because some people have this area of like I'll take me for example, like I feel like my big time where I kind of felt like I felt this rise in streaming was when I was doing Conqueror's Blade, right? But you know, was that Valorant that did that for you, or were there other games that kind of you were also involved with?
I think Valorant has been the biggest one, but to be fair, so I've only been streaming for a little over 2 years on Twitch, I think.
Oh wow.
And I started streaming on Mixer because I was playing Apex on Xbox when I first started streaming.
That's the
So when
Mixer
I switched
phase.
over to Twitch, some of the people transferred over from Xbox, not a whole lot of them, but
Okay.
I was playing on there and it was kind of that was the starting point. But switching over to Valorant when it just started, and Valorant's only been out for 2 years. So
Right.
switching over to Valorant kind of took up all of my attention. So I
Okay.
switched from playing FPS on console to playing on PC. And the last time I had played FPS on PC was when Counter-Strike was still just Counter-Strike and
Well,
Ice World existed.
and you
So
know, that's kind of awesome though. So it almost sounds like you kind of got into Valorant like You got into streaming and Valorant all kind of in the same time when it was coming together. So you kind of been there in the beginning of Valorant then.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. I remember there was a point that Valorant was like invite only, or am I mistaken? I could have swore
It
like,
was. There was a point where it was the beta and the alpha, and you only got to play based off of those things.
And were you in on that time? Were you
I played beta. I didn't get to play closed alpha or anything like that.
Okay. All right. Well, that's still awesome. I mean, good Lord. I mean, I think that's kind of like I don't know, for lack of a better way of saying it, but kind of like a streamer's dream is to kind of get into a game they love right from the ground, and just kind of be able to grow and build with it, and that's super awesome that you were able to get into it like that. That's so cool, man. But with that being said, I mean, do you have goals? Like kind of same thing that I asked Wench there. Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest, you're pretty good. You're really good actually, and not taking anything away from Wench, but I kind of think, when out of you two, she's right. You are kind of the competitive one. You are kind of the one that I see you do a lot of headshots. Like you kind of know it. Like you're very calculated. Like you're cold calculated with it, and like I'll hear you tell people like if I'm covering mid, then you need to be da 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 blah blah. Like you almost could be like team captain, right? Like
I joke constantly about that I would be much better at coaching this game than I would be at actually playing it, because I just don't have the response and like the reflexes that a lot of people who are good at it do. I come from a competitive background, not only in like sports and everything else, but like almost any other game that I've ever played, I've enjoyed the PvP or the competitive aspect of it. So that's just how my brain works. I calculate the math of things. So like if I see abilities being used, I know that that ability is out of the game or it's on a timer. And that came from playing other games that required you to know those things.
Well, do you do anything like aimbot?
No.
Like I know some, not aimbot like the cheat hack, but like that coaching thing where like the little yeah. So you don't use
I'll use it every once in a while.
Okay, so not like, oh yo, I'm gonna go and get my reflexes on right now and I'm gonna
nothing crazy to do it, but I'll use it every once in a while just to help with the aim, but I don't use it like as consistently as I would to really see improvement.
Okay. All right. Okay. So that makes sense. So you don't really see an added benefit of you doing it. Mm-hmm. You might as well just play the game. And
I see what the benefit to using it is, but if I'm online playing the game, I'm probably going to play the game versus sit in aim labs. If I'm going to choose between the two, I'm probably going to just play the game.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. And are there any... So are you aspiring to be like some Valorant esports team, or kind of the same like Wench, you're just having fun with it and just...
I don't want to be on a team per se. I am more on the casting and the hosting side of it. So like I have hosted on some lower tier levels of Valorant tournaments and other things online outside of Valorant. I've hosted for, casted for, and that's kind of where I'm steering towards career-wise as well.
Okay. Oh, that's actually that's not a bad thing either, though. You know what I mean? So you definitely need to let us know whenever you do the next one, because that'd be cool to see you as like a straight up broadcaster for some tournament that's going on. I'd love to see it.
I try.
Yeah. So are there any current projects in the work for you or anything like that? Is there anything that, I mean, obviously the streams, but...
There's little things in the work here and there. Nothing crazy right now. There's more talks. Like the past 2 years, I've worked with the Pacific Northwest sect of the Campus Clutch for Valorant. Okay. And I might with them again this year. We're still in the talks of it, so that's the next big thing.
Oh, nice. Well,
That's
you
really it.
definitely
I'll
have
be
to
at
let us know.
DreamHack next week.
Oh,
That's
wow.
about those are my big things right now.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome, actually. You got to keep us informed about that. I'm pretty sure you do in your Discord. Make sure to go check our Discord out, too, guys. And I guess we'll close this out. Any memorable moments? Like any big time winter chicken dinners for you?
Winner chicken dinners for me? Geez, I don't know. Like, I wasn't ready for that question, so I didn't think about it. I have a few different memorable moments though. Like, I've had some interesting. I'm trying to think about like what's happened on stream that have been major moments for me. A lot of it is just like I don't know. Like, streaming is a really cool thing. It's
Yeah.
created a like people joke or talk about like their communities that they have and like how much they've impacted things, but like for real though, like none of this or even this in front of me would like even exist if it wasn't for starting out streaming on Xbox. Like I when I first started streaming, my setup was flipped, so I had a foldable table back here and I was streaming on a metal chair, folding chair that like the back broke out of. So like that's like the hugest thing. Like the most memorable thing to me is that people wanted to see this happen and we're just doing it.
Wow. And you're right. That is an awesome thing, you know. God, I wish that I could say that much too. Coming from an Xbox and being able to stream, and then all of a sudden you have a studio, basically.
Yeah.
You know, and your community was behind you and supported that. You know, my community's also obviously helped me along the way, but that's awesome, man. I would hope that you listen up, community. Listen up. All right, step your game up. No,
Step your game. Let's do this.
Step your game up. You know what I mean? No, you know, Daddy needs a new surround sound. No, I'm just playing. Anyways, but that's wonderful. Anything else you want to share with Chad, or you know, anything that you would like to say?
I don't know. I don't really. So I wasn't fully prepared for these things and like the questions of like tell me about yourself. I never know what to say with those. Um,
Oh well, you did fine.
Thumbs up on this video, guys. Come rage with me. Check out OG and his stuff, and you know, come yell at Wench.
Yeah, there you go.
She's Wench.
There you go. And also, I will say one thing though. I will say one thing. Little, her community knows, but little known secret about her, and it's just something that I adore. This girl has a snack stash drawer.
Oh, wow.
And I love that. I love she has a stash drawer of snacks, yo. And they're not just like some common snacks. These are like snacks that you know, I would find exotic snacks.
Yeah, we got the dried
really,
fish and the jars of squid.
Which is actually one of the questions coming up. But anyways, I would want you guys, her information is down below. Make sure to go and click on her links, follow her. Thank you so much, darling, for coming to the show. I appreciate you so much. You are definitely my secret BFF. And let's bring out Wench and let's have a nice, beautiful little talk real quick about I got both of you ladies up now, and basically today's topic, guys, and the reason that I wanted them here today is because I wanted to discuss with the chat community and just the rest of the YouTube world out there on what it's like being a female streamer. And what are kind of like the pros and cons? What are the woes, the highs, you know, everything that they have to deal with. And that's something that I particularly don't know about, right? And so I thought that we could get a little bit of an insight on what you girls deal with. Like, what do you ladies deal with? Like, I would say, let's start off with, what's the best thing about being a female streamer? Is it empowerment?
Jeez, the best thing about being a female streamer. I think, like, for me personally, the best thing about it is, like, there's this weird expectation from people who come in for the first time, for some of them, right? There's,
Right.
like, you're gonna get people who are just interested, who expect you to be, like, this insane gamer or completely ditzy, or they have this, like, predetermined, like, notion of what you're gonna be like,
Mhm.
and I feel like for me, I'm more times than not, I am just not that notion. Like, you come in, you actually talk to me, or you find commentary. You're not gonna find just normal commentary
Right.
most of the time.
Yeah. And I would say that, like, I do believe you hit it right on the head. I do believe a lot of people come in when they see female content creators, streamers. Yeah, and I would say from the male side, we tend to have a preconceived notion of what oh, they suck, they can't shoot, right? Yeah, you're right. Oh God, this one's she's a ditz, and and to be fair, we have to give them that chance, right? We got to watch them for a little bit, right? Now, I do know there's a lot of guys out there that and I guess I'd lead into this next question, because there's a lot of guys that are out there that want to watch you girls just because of how you guys look, right? And they just come into the stream because they don't care about your ditziness. They don't care about if you can shoot or play the game. They don't care about any of that. They just want to see, is she hot or not? Right. And that, I kind of feel like that's very old ways of thinking, or what do they call it? I don't know. Is it okay to say simping on YouTube? I know you're not allowed. I know you're not allowed to say that on Twitch, I think. But that's kind of like the deal, right? Yeah. That's kind of like the deal. They come in and it's just like, and so that leads to that. Is that a low for you guys? Is that kind of, have you guys ever been hit by that? Like, I'm just here to play games, but here are these boys or men that come into my channel and they want to hit on me like as if we're gonna hook up. Like it never made sense to me. Like, yo, bro, it ain't ever gonna happen.
I think, like, for me, that happens so rarely. I know it's gonna be a little different for Wench because she doesn't stream with the camera on as much. Um, but she's super flirtatious, so I don't know. It's a little. It can be a hit or miss,
Right.
I think females are gonna get that either way. Whether they have a cam or not, they're gonna come in. If they don't have the cam, they're gonna listen to their voice and stuff like that. I have streamed with a cam. I did there for a while. And that was slightly one of the reasons why I quit streaming with a camera. They come in expecting the female to look, or me to look a certain way or whatever, and I don't. And then they want to start bashing me on my looks or this or that. And I just didn't want to deal with it, So I turned off my camera, and the sad thing is, though, is that you're still going to have people come in. Whether she's got a camera on or not, they're going to listen to the voice and, they're going to comment on your voice or this or that. And, females do it too to men. But yeah, either way, we're expected to sound a certain way, or, we're supposed to have a higher pitched voice than we do. I've got a lower voice for a female. And like,
wait a minute. You said female do it to men too? Where?
Yeah.
They're not coming to my channel. They're not coming to my channel. They're not doing it to me. Ooh. Anyways, I'm sorry. Go on. So that's kind of the thing. So you kind of dealt with that then. You kind of dealt with that weird harassment. And an expectation of the physical side of a female.
Yeah.
And that kind of sucks. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to tell you guys straight up. I don't condone it. I don't like it at all. I don't think, because it's kind of bothersome, especially to like hardworking streamers. And it doesn't have to do with female or male in this case. It is kind of bothersome when, I get it. It's an exploit, right? It's if You know, it's almost like a cheat code. You know, if you're some hot chick that can go on and gets, you know, 1,000 dudes to sub to you because you're showing your cleavage. I can't hate on you for it, right? But at the same time, I can't condone and say, okay, well, that should be the way, that should be the normal, right? And that's not it. That's not it. It's not that way. So then it means guys like me definitely don't have a shot then to make it in the streaming industry, right? Because, you know, I don't have that. I don't have the cleavage or the looks or the stuff like that. I just have a personality, I guess. But do you feel, as females, do you feel that kind of maybe, you know, makes it feel like you guys have to take a step back, like the female cause has took a step back because of that, like when you see these hot tub streams? I'm not going to mention any names because there's a ton of names I can mention out there, and you guys already know this, you know, like, you know, they're straight up. And like I joked about with you, Steph, about the whole how did lingerie lose out to sweatpants, right? But this totally, this kind of is what you mean, right? This is what you mean.
Yeah, it is entirely what I mean. But like for me, I don't like I'm on the same boat. I don't necessarily think that this should be the norm or the
Right.
thing that is the defining factor on whether or not you get a boost or you succeed, but it is the truth of how things are sold. So
Right.
on a marketing standpoint, completely, sex sells. Sex is one of the biggest selling points on anything, no matter
Right.
what it is. And that's not going to be any different when it comes to media consumption. It's going to be even higher on media consumption. And that's what we are as streamers. We are media consumption. So you have choices here. You either have to be extremely good looking, you have to be really fucking good at the game, or whatever you're doing. Like that's it. You have to be teaching something. Like those are your three different things there. And if you're not in one of those little boxes, you're probably not going to succeed, at least not very quickly.
Right.
So like it's going to take time to get there. Like I don't think that you lacking, you know, having your cleavage out is going to hinder you at all. I think that it's no different than me choosing to wear a sweatshirt on stream every day than it is for you being a dude on stream. You know what I mean?
Right.
Neither one of us are sitting out here with our titties out for view, so it kind of keeps people from wanting to come look at them, you know?
Right.
Which is gonna be a hindrance in its own way. But I also, like, for me personally, I don't want to be somebody who's just this titty streamer, for lack of a
Nice.
better term. I think that a lot of them are fantastically wonderful, and some of them create some
Mhm.
absolutely amazing content. Some of them use that to get to where they are now, and they're just not as much like that anymore. They've gotten comfortable in that relationship. You know what I mean? So
Right.
instead, they're streaming in sweatpants, no makeup, and a t-shirt, which is just fine to me. But how they got there to get the thousands of views while doing that wasn't by doing that to start with. It was by being all made up and having, you know, their cleavage showing and doing those types of things. And like that's great. Like if it works for you and you're down for that, then do it. I'm in all support of it, but it's just not gonna work for everybody. And I don't think that it should be the norm that gets there.
No, and I absolutely agree. I don't think it should be the norm. And you are right. Sex sells. It always has since the dawn of time. But you know, I feel like we lose out to that sometimes. You know,
Sometimes.
and you know, you're right. We have to step our game up in something else. Then, like, you know, there are different avenues to content creating and streaming, and definitely if you're good at least one of those, you're going to get people that come watch you. So it doesn't necessarily always have to be the you know, titty shots to get you the views, but also, you know, do you females feel like that this gives you a platform? You know, with that being said, you know, to push that aside, does this give you a platform of empowerment? Do you feel that you know, you're striving? I mean, because let's think about it. Like, if we just threw this back, like, let's say streaming existed in the 50s. All right, let's say streaming existed in the 60s, right? Then it would almost be, females would be non-existent in this, right? And so with this whole new coming of age and equality and diversity, do you feel that that streaming and content creating gives you a stage, a platform of empowerment to be able to be yourselves, to empower other women to feel like they can do this? That something has ever ran across your mind, or?
Silent. See, we're just going to answer first.
Like, we crushed her. I crushed him with this. I'm so deep with it. I crushed him.
Sorry, I'm brain.
Wench is all distracted. I think in some degree, yeah, it is empowering. 100%. I think that anything that you're doing on your own is empowering. You being able to do this without doing, a retail job or a 9 to 5 is empowering 100%. And I don't think it's necessarily a feminine standpoint or a feminist kind of standpoint to be like, no, this is what empowers me. I think that being able to create content, to make a living off of creating content is empowering in its own way. Whatever that may be. 100%. I think that you having the ability to be your own boss and do that kind of thing is empowering. 100%.
I agree. Not necessarily a feminist stance, but I do like to believe, right, that we are in a day and age now where we're able to see that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And that all walks of life, and it can be as diverse as it is, and we can enjoy that. And I like that. And I just, like, I would definitely, I guess what I'm trying to say is I have 4 daughters. If everybody knows OG, I have 4 daughters. And I would, the females that I watch on stream, I would wholeheartedly support you guys to my daughters and tell them, if you ever want to watch someone stream and watch, like what you said, a woman go out and get hers, you know what I mean? Become her own boss, do her thing, and be able to break out of the mold of society saying that, you graduate from high school, you go to college, you get a job, right? There are other ways that you can make it in this world. You girls are, sorry, not girls, but ladies, are definitely inspirations to those daughters, along with Grayley Rain, you, Wench. I would definitely look at them for inspiration. So, but I thank you ladies on that. I know that's a tough subject, like, females in the streaming world. And I just wanted to get your guys' take on that and get a little bit of an understanding with, me being a man, you know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like sometimes that, you girls get benefits, but also those benefits come with costs, right? And sometimes you girls or you ladies have to deal with some harsh realities sometimes, and it kind of sucks, right? And so, with that being said, kudos to you. You ladies are brave souls. You definitely are cool. I don't give a damn. I can't wait to party with whoever's coming to TwitchCon. We're gonna get down and just we're gonna it's gonna be on and cracking. I don't give a damn. The whole crew is gonna be there. It's gonna be wonderful. So definitely looking forward to that. And with that being said, ladies, that is it. Before we wrap up the show, though, we're gonna play a little bit of game, real quick. Chat, join in with this. And this is OG's famous "What Would OG Do?" All right, because it's about to go down. All right, so okay, so this first one is kind of, so I took a little bit stuff with both of you two, right? And this first question is a little odd, okay? Because OG asked some weird, odd questions. But if OG was an actor, okay, and I had a kiss scene coming up, but I was hungry, and all I had was a container of fish snacks and no toothbrush and mouthwash, what would OG do? Would he do this kiss scene?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you
Yes.
think?
Yes.
I mean, okay, but you got to think about this. I just totally scarfed out. I just smashed a whole container of fish snacks.
No, absolutely, you would still do it.
Yeah. 100% you're doing it. You're going to get your mac on and you know it.
The scene has to happen, and there's at least a little bit of a prankster in you, OG. You would 100% commit to that.
Okay, all right, hold on. Because you know what? I love that you girls just think that I'm just hardcore.
Like, look, you may think about it, but in the end, you're doing it.
I mean, yes, but here's the thing, okay? Because I'm going to tell you guys.
I mean, yes, but
Are you ladies not watching what's happening in this Heard and Johnny Depp trial? Look, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right now. As much as I love that you guys have faith in me that I would just be this hardcore dude and just go do it, I would not. I could not. and here's the reason why. The reason why would be because someone's gonna say something later. This shit's gonna be like on Inside Edition or on TMZ. Like OG went into the kiss scene and his mouth tastes like rotten shit. You know, like no, I can't be that guy. Like they say Post Malone. Like Post Malone's manager quit because he smelled like rotten milk and ass. It's like what? Like Heard took a shit on her bed. Like what? Like no, you don't want to know these things. you don't want people to know these things. So I would definitely have to say no. I would not do it. I would send if it had to be done that day. We're taking another 30-minute break so that I can send the assistant, whoever those people are, to run and get me some Listerine and a toothbrush or something, because I just could not do it. Because that would come back to haunt me if I did that. So I love you girls for it, but
I was thinking about like the interviews with what's her name, Jennifer Lawrence, and talking about some of her like sex scenes or makeout scenes. She talks about how she would eat sardines before them or something like that. And I was like, yeah, no, you would do it. 100%.
Or like even that one time, Jessica Simpson told Oprah that sometimes she brushed her teeth with a towel. Like, what the hell is that? Like, nah. You know, I mean, I guess maybe that's what's that? Self-deprecating. So I guess that's okay. If you can laugh at yourself, then that's all right. But I have to get to that point first. You know, if I'm an up and budding star, I don't want any, nice female actress next to me to know that I got fish shit breath going on in our first kiss scene. It just can't happen. I want her to have this memory of me so that she would want to do another movie with me, right? So okay, so on to the next one. All right. So if OG was given a set of ice cream boobies, what would OG do with them?
You would lick them.
You wouldn't use a spoon.
Oh my God. You are right about that. I wouldn't use a spoon.
Would not be using a spoon. Definitely not.
Oh my God! I definitely, you're both correct. I probably would lick them. I would not use a spoon. I think the only thing that I would change about that is I would probably want to preserve them for as long as I can. So I'd have it in the
Put 'em on
freezer
dry
for a
ice.
while, right? I'd have it on ice for a minute because I just want to preserve them for as long as I could. I mean, if somebody was loving enough to give me a set of ice cream boobies, and yeah, and, oh, you know, good question. What flavor ice cream boobie would it be?
Cosmopolitan.
Cosmopolitan, love it. Diversity all across the board. We're taking it all. We want it all.
You gotta make sure to have the sprinkles though too.
You're getting all the shading.
Oh man, yeah, I think I could definitely mouth full one of those. just. Oh my God, that's horrible. That's horrible.
I love it.
All right, now on to something a little bit more serious. If OG was able to save the world with one thing, what would it be?
Ice cream boobies.
I gotta work much on this one. Ice cream boobies. That's how we're seeing the world.
Oh my God. You know,
World
somebody,
order, ice cream boobies.
as soon as you said that, have you ever seen that show called Role Models? Remember little Ronnie? And he's like, boobies. Like, as soon as you said that, I just totally got this image that like he's my vice president or something. He's rolling with me, saving the world. And he's just going, boobies. He's just handing out ice cream boobies. That's horrible. That is, you know what? We can all wish, right? You know, that probably, I'm going to be honest with you, that would probably change the world. That would make someone's day. I don't give a damn.
Oh, yeah.
If someone random just walked up to you on the street and handed you a set of ice cream boobies, you would. That would change your outlook on life immediately, right there.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
You know?
It'd be the best thing ever.
I'd do it. I'd do it. You know what? I'm going to take your answer, Wench. I love it. We're going to go with ice cream boobies. We will give away ice cream boobies. And for the last question, you guys don't have to answer. This is for my chat down at the comment section below. If OG was given 3 wishes, what would they be? And with that being said, thank you so much, ladies, for coming to the show. I love it. You guys are wonderful people. You chat. Thanks for showing up today. Give these ladies a like, a follow, everything that you guys can do. Give them your support because they definitely deserve it. And with that being said, I love you guys. See you guys next time on the After Hours Show.
Thank all of you wonderful viewers for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and ring that notification bell. Until next time, you sexy souls, this has been the After Hours with my fantastic wonder of the world, OG.